Welcome to Spotlight Torrance, where we're exploring your city. I'm Christy Wilcox, and today I'm with Circus Vargas, and I'm going to meet some of the magical people who put this whole adventure together. First, we're going to meet the host, John, so let me go find him in the middle of the ring. Okay, so we're meeting up with some of the greats at Circus Vargas, and I'm here in the center of the circus. Even though I'm probably not good at any of this stuff, but I have a young and talented man here with me. His name is John, and he is the host of Circus Vargas.
I like you.
Well, you had big personality when you walked in, so I kind of had to, you know.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about how do you become a host of a huge circus like this?
Well, I will tell you, I didn't start as a host. I started as a clown.
Oh, okay. Well, then you should know a little bit about clowning around, right?
Clowning around is, and basically as the host of the show, I want you to be comfortable in our home. This is our home, Circus Vargas. Whether we're performing or not, this is our home. We want you to be very comfortable coming in here. We want you to be open-minded, anything you want to talk about as far as circus is concerned, and we're going to entertain you. We're going to create a memory, in most cases, that you're going to remember forever, which is fantastic,
All right, so how many years do you have to start out being a clown before you get to put on this outfit and become a host?
Well, a true clown is born as a clown. I was always a clown as a kid.
True.
And you know what? And all it is when you put the makeup on is an extension of who you are. And the makeup just enhances your features when you make an expression. But outside of that, who you are as a person is your clowning. And it becomes effortless. It's just who you are. And by having fun and telling a story, sometimes without speaking, is extremely difficult. But that's what our clowns do. And they do it really well. And sometimes they may even bring the audience involved in the act.
So tell me a little bit about Circus Vargas, because you guys have this huge setup right here in Del Amo Mall.
Well, one of our favorite stops, Del Amo Mall here in Torrance. I mean, we're here 2 weeks. The thing about Circus Vargas is different than any other circus. It's very interactive. It's very personable. And then at the end of the show, you get to meet us, you get to take a picture with us. We sign autographs, and any questions you have about circus life, we can answer them for you. So it's really, it's a full circle.
I'm pretty excited because later I'm going to learn a little bit about juggling and some illusionist stuff, and you're going to show me something right after we watch this next story. Tell me about what's going to go on here.
We'll have a very special chin. And you'll understand in just a few moments how special this chin is.
Okay.
And we'll show you something, hopefully it's going to amaze you in just a few minutes.
Okay, so speaking of talented people, we're going to see a profile about a gentleman who took his time and got together a grant to teach some other people how to deal with their new technology. So Haley took a look at this story. Let's see what she's got.
Many people volunteer their time and energy to causes they care about, and for Evan Coates, he knew this project was well worth investing long hours for.
So this is my first grant, and I'm very excited. It's like my own little baby.
Coates participated in a Torrance Library-run grant writing program and came up with the Teen Tech Expert Program, and his proposal was approved.
And one of the most crucial needs is for people to learn more about computers and technology.
And that's just what this program will do. Teens can earn volunteer hours by helping adults figure out how to use their new gadgets. $3,500 from the California State Library Fund went to promotional materials and instructional books. And the Friends of the Torrance Library, a nonprofit support group, were eager to help. They contributed $5,000 to help purchase the iPad, Chromebook, Nook HD, Kindle Fire, and Galaxy Tab.
It's our joy to make enough money that the library can come up with new programs for the public.
Coates says it's amazing to see his idea become a reality.
I want it to succeed, and I want it to do well because I see that there's a need in the community.
And so far, many local seniors have been utilizing the program, but there's room for it to grow. About a quarter of the available time slots have been booked so far. And Coates has many more ideas in store to help his community.
Oh, definitely. This is just the first in a slew of new grants coming, I hope.
For Spotlight Torrance, I'm Haley Skeen.
Okay, so you're talented anyway, and you're going to show us a little balancing act, but first tell me a little bit more about what's going to happen tonight.
One of the things that Circus Vargas does is they invite the kids from the audience in the ring, right where we're standing. And the kids get a chance to learn circus skills, things that they're going to see in the show. We have an incredible juggler. His name's Michael, and he juggles like 8 or 9 balls in
And
the air.
I'm going to
It's
get to
incredible.
meet him.
He's great, fantastic juggler. And one of the things we're going to let the kids try is to try to learn how to juggle. So they'll see how difficult it is. So when they see Michael juggling, they're going to say, whoa, that's incredible. So they get an understanding, a little more of an understanding. One of the other things we're going to teach the kids is we're going to teach them how to balance.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
teach them how to balance peacock feathers. And the feathers, the reason we use the feathers is because all the kids can do it. From little kids to big kids, they can all balance a feather as long as they follow my instruction. And then they'll also get to see me balance ordinary objects from the audience.
Extraordinary objects.
Ordinary objects that you'll, in your day-to-day life that you'll run into. And the reason I do that is so you can relate to it. And the more you can relate to what we do, the more you can appreciate what we do. And that's what the circus is all about.
Okay, so you're going to show me something very special or extraordinary.
I'm going to show you something that I do not want you to try at home.
Okay, yes, that was...
At all. Don't even dads, dads with muscles and stuff.
I promise
Please do
you-
not try this because it's very difficult. I'm going to make it look real easy.
I promise I will not try it
Okay,
at home.
now
As a
watch.
matter of fact, I'm going to step off camera just so that he can do
Okay,
this.
what I have here is a shopping cart, and a rather large shopping cart.
Yeah, that's huge.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to balance this whole shopping cart on my chin.
Okay,
But I'm not going to balance it from the handle, which is the easiest part to balance it from.
why is that?
Because most people would find this to be a lot easier because there's a lot more surface to balance.
Okay.
But for me, it's not as balanced unless it's balanced from a little edge like this.
Okay,
So I'm going to balance this whole shopping cart just from this little edge right here. So the next time you're in a grocery store or Home Depot or something, and you look at a large shopping cart, you can think about myself.
John,
putting
I'm
it on my
pretty sure
chin.
I will remember this forever.
All right, watch this. Watch this. See, it looks easy, but it's extremely heavy. Put it right here.
Oh my gosh.
Something you don't see every day.
No, you definitely don't see a balancing act like that one every single day.
Little indent. See the little dent in it?
When did the shopping cart come into the whole circus?
Well, what happened was, when I was about 12, I started balancing things. And in school, I'd balance the cafeteria tables. And I'd get in a lot of trouble, but now I get paid for it, so it's not too bad.
I have to say that's a pretty awesome story.
Yeah, no, and so people would challenge me to balance different things. And the kind of crazy things that I balanced for the years, I balanced 8-foot tables, cafeteria tables. I balanced a 16-foot wooden A-frame ladder, a running chainsaw.
Oh,
I think I'm the only one in the world to do that.
wow. Yeah,
Fully running on my chin, like a 24-inch chainsaw. Shopping carts. Basically, if I can pick it up, I can balance it. Dollar bills, shoes, pens, eyeglasses, a little bit of everything. On my nose, light things.
All right, so I'm going to give you a high five, and I can't wait to meet the rest of your team because
Oh, hey.
I'm already excited to be here. What can I say?
There's lots of characters here at the circus, but they're all very kind-hearted, and we love creating memories and having families visit our families here at Circus Vargas. Love it.
That's awesome. So stick around after the break. We're going to meet more of these characters. Woo!
We have a job to do out here today.
To be a winning team, you have to work like a winning team.
My team depends on me.
And my team is 50,000 strong. Looks like a lot of work's going into this.
This is what it feels like to be part of a team,
A winning team.
the action team.
Get in on the action at actionteam.org. Are you in?
The environment is my passion. Every day, I live for the outdoors and all of its challenges. That's why I enlisted in the Coast Guard. Now, I serve to protect the environment and defend my country. It's like I was born for this.
Were you born ready for a greater challenge? Find out at GoCoastGuard.com.
Welcome to Spotlight Torrance, and we've already learned a little bit about Circus Vargas, but I'm here with Michael Ferrari, who is a juggler, right? So you're here tonight to entertain people. Tell me a little bit, give me a little background, because you're from Spain, right?
I'm from Spain, yeah. I'm the fourth generation of my family doing this business, so it's actually nothing new for me. I'm really proud that I can be in the circus tradition, because you travel all around. I have been in America, I have been in Europe, I have been across sea, I have been everywhere actually, and yeah, I'm the juggler of Circus Vargas this edition.
Okay, and tell me, how old do you have to start juggling to get as good as you are?
Well, actually in the circus, there's a type of thing that you say you have to do what you want. That way I started to juggle, and I found out that that's the thing that I want to do for my whole life.
So practice, do you practice daily?
Yes,
how
I practice every day.
How does that work when you come out here?
Well, actually I have to prepare myself for every show. And I do it with 3 hours of practice every day, and that's the way I keep myself ready for the show.
Speaking of learning skills, Faithly is out learning about Christmas wrapping, and if you're anything like me, you'll need this information. Let's take a look.
Let me do a curly on that one. I mean, that is so beautiful.
You might say Santa's helpers are getting a little help themselves thanks to these 5 women.
Does this one have a toothbrush?
These aren't presents for their family members. Actually, they're not even for their friends.
We'll have 110 bags for adults, 55 for women and 55 for men. And that way we make sure we have enough, because you wouldn't want to run out.
They're early Christmas presents for the homeless community in the South Bay.
And I know there are more people that are unfortunate, and so I'm pleased to be able to do something to give back.
The story began when Susanna Rockhold decided to volunteer at a local church to help the less fortunate in the area.
So we started volunteering there, bringing food and serving the meal.
Since then, Rockhold has volunteered every second Saturday of the month, serving hot meals to the homeless at Walteria United Methodist Church in Torrance.
And then that expanded into, at Christmas time, giving a gift to each guest.
Now, most of these items are donations from attendees at the St. Mark's Church in Torrance, where Rockhold is a member.
We asked folks to start saving their toiletries when they go on vacation.
And for those on the receiving end, these everyday essentials are a wish come true.
I've seen them receive it before, and they're very thrilled to get it. They come back for seconds sometimes, they're just normal people that are down on their luck.
On December 14th, the Walteria United Methodist Church will be giving out free hot meals to people in need. And along with the meal, they will also receive one of these toiletry kits as a holiday gift. And it turns out not all Christmas gifts have to come with the price tag.
We try to help in small ways. We can't fix the hunger, we can't fix the homelessness, but we can help. We can put them in touch with agencies or shelters. There is a whole network of support.
And we know that these little things they do are making the holiday a little brighter. For Torrance CitiCABLE, I'm Faith Lee.
Thanks, Faith, for teaching us a little bit about gift wrapping. Are you any good at gift wrapping?
No, not really.
Yeah,
I know how to juggle better than that.
Okay, well, I don't know how to do either one very well, so let's teach some people, how do you learn to juggle?
You actually, whenever you start to juggle with one ball. So you across the ball from one hand to another one. You always try to keep it in the middle. And whenever you have that, after a few hours, you start to practice 2, the same point. 1, 2, 1, 2. And after a time, it's going to be easier, and you're going to start to do 3. And one of the tricks that's the easiest one is under your leg.
Oh my.
That's the one you start.
That's already getting complicated for me. How do you do it without your eyes on that? I'd have to watch them the whole entire time.
Well, yeah, actually, I'm many years doing this, so it's easier for me with 3 balls. I can pay attention to other stuff than just juggling. But usually, yeah, you have to pay attention actually what you're doing, because every move is important.
Have you talked anybody else into juggling?
No, not yet.
Okay, because it scares me. I've tried it before. I don't know. I just don't have the coordination. I might be able to balance. I'm not sure. Anyway, thank you so much, Michael, for teaching us a little bit about juggling, and I look forward to seeing more later. I'll see you after the break.
A diagnosis of breast cancer changes your life forever.
She told me I needed a mastectomy. I was scared, absolutely in shock.
But you need to know that you're not alone. There are teams of medical professionals, support groups, and therapists, and those who can help you plan for life after cancer. Before you undergo surgery for breast cancer, get the facts. Make sure you know your breast reconstruction options. For more information, visit broaddayusa.org.
My name is Michaela. When I came back from Iraq a few years ago, I became pregnant and ended up homeless. Until I finally found this transitional housing for women veterans with children. Then we moved into our own place. It was through VA supportive housing. I remember our first night here. I felt like I could finally breathe. My life works now. I got help from VA, and now I'm on a mission to share these resources. Call 877-424-3838.
Welcome back to Spotlight Torrance, and we've already met the host, John. We've actually met a juggler, Michael, and now we're about to meet an illusionist.
Yep.
So Patrick, tell me a little bit about yourself. How'd you get into this?
I was born into the circus life. I'm the 5th generation in my family.
Fifth?
5th generation, yeah.
That's impressive. So you've seen this since you were very, very young, so you should be really good at it.
I was born doing it.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about your show. What are people going to see when they come in here?
It's a very moving show. Like when you see the tent from the outside, and you won't expect what you see inside. You know, a ton of family members they come out saying thank you for this. They're happy to see it. They're happy that it moved them so much. You know, it's a really good show.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about being an illusionist after this. But Haley Skeen met up with a very talented musician who actually wrote a song that was played during the presidential election. Let's take a look.
Some people dream about making it big in their own hometown.
Thousands would come out. They would literally come out in thousands.
Iranian-born Torrance resident Fashid Amin is a celebrity in his home country. But like many other westernized musicians, he's not allowed back in to play for his fans.
Whether we like it or not, in a way, in exile.
Despite the ban, Amin still travels across the globe to play shows right outside of Iran, recently in Dubai and Istanbul. But he doesn't hold a grudge. In fact, he keeps a positive attitude about life in general.
Because I really don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I live life like this is it.
Amin lives a pretty tranquil life with his wife and kids, and he's not looking to draw huge crowds here in his home of Torrance.
I write what I write in both Persian and American, and hope that somebody out there is going to grab hold of it and relate to it.
Although he's not chasing fame, sometimes it chases him. His song Pray With Me was used in President Obama's first election campaign.
Oh, they've been gone way too long. Now it's time to bring them home. Pray with me. That's what prompted the song, to have the soldiers come back home to their families where they belong.
The reason behind his love for music is pretty simple.
If I can have one person touched in any way by my lyrics or by my music, I think I've fulfilled my end of it, at least. For me, when I started doing music, that's all I wanted. I just wanted to touch somebody's heart.
And thanks to social media and internet technology, fans can hear his music at the press of a button, be it from Iran or from here in Torrance. For CitiCABLE, I'm Haley Skeen.
So, Patrick, it has to be kind of strange growing up, I guess, in the circus. I mean, you're 5th generation, so what's it like being you're pretty young. I don't know how old you are, but tell me a little bit about growing up in the circus and what it's like,
I would say it's very different. I mean, I have a normal house too. I live in Vegas. More than half of my life I spend in a motorhome. So that's what I'm used to. I'm not used to having a big home to live in and all this and that. And school-wise growing up was very different for me too. I've done normal school also, public school, and I don't like it that much, to be honest.
Now, do you feel pressured? Because obviously it takes a certain talent to do these kind of things.
When you start, maybe when you're 1 year into whatever you're doing, it's really tough. But I mean, after years and years of doing it, you just get really used to it. Like the stage is where you are, you know, that's where your home is. You know, this is what it is.
No, does it get more nerve-wracking? I can imagine having like this audience in front, and I've been in front of a huge audience, and they always say to pretend that they're naked.
Yeah.
So is that what you do when the audience comes out, or you're used to it now, so it doesn't matter?
I love it, you know, I love when the people cheer for me, and I love it. I love that feeling. When there's more, the more people you have, the more crazy you get in the act. That's how I think of it. When there's less people, it's kind of like,
Yeah,
it gets
so
boring.
it's more,
When you have a lot of people
or...
and they're all yelling, woo, you get so crazy. Sometimes I almost kill myself in my acts from going too nuts.
Well, Patrick, thanks for hanging out with me. It was
No
really
problem.
interesting learning. I can't imagine all the hours that must go into something like this. So that's pretty cool.
A lot of dedication.
A lot of dedication, and I can't wait to watch it tonight. So anyway, after the break, we're going to learn more about Circus Vargas and see one more story. So stick around.
I'm Major Ed Polito, United States Army retired. We had just finished a mission, and as I was driving, I hit an IED. I experienced post-traumatic issues related to the experience, and then when they took my leg away, I actually thought about taking my life. What changed was I began to reach out for support and to think about all these things need to be talked about. And so I began my recovery and to see that my life wasn't over and that I could conquer my challenge.
Lee Major, did you get your flu vaccine yet?
With the flu season coming up, we all have to help protect ourselves by getting the flu vaccine. If you're over 65 like me, you gotta even be more careful.
Our immune system may not be as strong as it used to be, so we have to do everything we can to keep the flu from catching up with us.
So ask about your vaccine options, because if you're a tough guy like me, you may need a tough vaccine.
Visit the National Council on Aging at ncoa.org/flu to learn more about vaccine options for people 65 and older.
Welcome back to Spotlight Torrance, and now that we've met an illusionist, we've met a juggler, we met the host, and now this is Matilda. And the interesting part of Matilda is she is a part of this family.
Yes.
So tell me who you are, because I just met the illusionist, who is your grandson, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Patrick. My grandson.
He's been learning this since he was like little.
Yes, yes.
What are you selling here today? Because everything smells so good.
Yes, now I work in the concession and I do the trapeze before, but a long time. Yes, and chocolate and highway.
So you were also a talented
Yes.
family member. Now, did
Yes.
you teach some of them how to do their tricks? You did?
Yes.
That's amazing. I love this. I love that you're
Thank
working
you.
that. How many years have you done this for?
How many years I working in the circus?
Yep.
All my life, I born in the circus.
You were born in the circus,
Yes.
so you've been doing it for a
Yes,
very long
I
time.
make my school in the circus. I marry in the circus. My son, my daughter, everybody born in the circus. My grandson, my granddaughter. I have it. 5 grandson and 5 granddaughter.
This concession stand is making me very hungry, but I'm excited to go in and see Circus Vargas. But first, Christmas is just around the corner, and Faith is checking out some of the hottest products on the market. Let's take a look, and I'm gonna go grab my seat.
Thanks, Christy. It's pretty cold out here in the city of Torrance tonight, but it doesn't seem like it's stopping any of these gamers from waiting in line for this newly released Xbox One. Some of them have been telling me they've been waiting here since 10 a.m., 14 hours for this revolutionary entertainment system.
The Best Buy in Torrance welcomed hundreds of gamers like Nolan Anderson and Owen Martz.
We are pretty close to getting it. We've been waiting here for like 3 hours.
And while they've been waiting in the cold for 3 hours, Anderson says he's been waiting much longer than that.
I've been saving up money since August when my birthday started because I was thinking of pre-ordering it on my birthday.
The next generation gaming console from Microsoft sells for about $500, and for these gamers, it's well worth the money and the wait.
Tell me, what time did you get here today?
I came here at 10 in the morning.
He's one of the first ones in line, and behind him are about 100 more anxious gamers.
Oh, man, I can't even describe how I feel. It's pretty cool. Just the whole experience. It's awesome.
Xbox on.
The Xbox One is no longer only a gaming system. It's an entertainment hub for users to watch TV shows, record gameplay, or do both at the same time.
You can play the game, and then half the screen will be like a movie, so you can
like be with your woman or your girl, and like she could be watching a movie, you could be gaming, and that's what I think is cool about it.
Xbox One is currently out of stock online, which is what drove the crowd to this Torrance Best Buy, and with the first ones available starting today, customers finally were able to take home this innovative device.
I'm gonna go play Xbox right now. Take care, guys.
And for these kids, the gaming will have to wait yet another day.
Go home and sleep. Tomorrow after school, we're just gonna hang out and play.
For Torrance City Cable, I'm Faith Lee.
If you missed Circus Vargas while they were in Torrance, you can still take a family trip to Burbank. They'll be performing right off Burbank Boulevard and the 5 from November 28th through December 9th. People are asked to bring an unwrapped toy to donate and support Child Help. If you do so, you'll get a $10 discount off of one ticket for each toy. To book your tickets, go to circusvargas.com.
Thanks for joining us today for Circus Vargas. That's all we have time for. I hope your holiday adventures were just as fun as mine were today. We'll see you next time.